Alright, we're on Tuesday. Call Alice back in a day from work on the balcony after 2100. That's what we were doing. What are we in the secret path? Talk to Titus and establish authority in the Hardy Boys' eyes. I don't think that's ever happening. Let's see. So I need my badge. The water lock opens on Wednesday. The fuck does Kuno care? Special borscht. Who put the clothes in the trash? And I need a sad song tape. Man, okay. I kind of just gotta kill, well, like an hour and a half till we can come back here. Hopefully nothing else damages my morale. Alright, the working class husband. We've talked to these old dudes. And we have the Whirlings, secret passage. Where could my badge be? Still researching Detective Cousteau. While I'm doing that, all red checks fail, so... Okay, we've been in that shop. This is the water lock. Waterfront. Okay. Ever been to the Ferris wheel? Might be on the other side. Could collect more bottles. I talk to this guy. This says speakers from the people of Samara.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
One Kuno's selling?
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Oh no, Kuno has the pants.
Speaking of luxury, you should go over and ask about paying for those sneakers with your net worth. A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only 50?
Only? That's madness.
+1 reaction speed and +1 hand-eye coordination. Wow.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
Well, why would I want them then?
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers and pet them.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Can I just buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, You wanted to buy the sneakers too? I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
50 cents? Well, I need $50. Where am I going to get $50? Never had that in my life. Except when I was standing near the
There's
rich
a pile
guy.
of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him. Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
It's your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
Could afford those.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like those sunglasses.
No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay,
Plus one
fine.
electrochemistry.
Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then who am I to interfere?
It was good. Just being a high profile, high net worth, high working full time individual. Oh, you're right. They are shades of self destruction. Probably fits right into a like drug using alcohol build.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe.
Is this
and
a red
cool
check?
while doing your dangerous police work?
Or is it more like a orange check? Because I would try it, but I'm researching something that makes all my red checks fail, so there's no reason to try it. It's gonna fail due to my research. Ooh, what's this cool jacket though?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Oh, I will.
How about some premium class service over here? Like paying with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can do that.
Across the box.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Ugh, cat piss is the worst.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Let's see if I can find something worth salvaging. 83%? There's no way we fill those.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Oh,
Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
+1 composure, but -1 shivers. I already have really good composure. And I like my shivers. What's my shiver at? Shivers are 4. Composure is... Where are you at? 5. My composure's pretty high.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his
Sileng.
breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool.
Everything?
The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool.
Oh, thank you.
Bang, 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 bang.
He makes both hands into finger pistols, fires them into the air.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout a brewing.
Hell yeah, whip them out.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Even better. It's like a shakedown, but somehow legal. This is civil asset forfeiture.
And make an imaginary warning shot.
Oh, you're threatening my inviolable property rights. Good joke, officer. You're very funny. You know that?
This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. Yeah, I'm funny. This isn't silver forfeiture. I just want to ask some
Then
questions.
fire away, officer.
Persuade him into giving you money. Let's see, what kind of stuff you selling?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
There a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Fancy
Anything
something
for
else.
you.
The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them. How come?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
Really? I think one said not for resale on the packaging.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Wait, Humanix, humanitarian aid.
Does your supplier drive that Humanix lorry over there?
What?
There you go, Terry. Good workaround. As always, bring me some.
Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the
No,
game works.
I won't be doing that.
Let me get in that truck.
Interesting.
We'll need more if we're going to pin this one down, he thinks. Good questions, though. Sharp eyes, officer.
Where are you from, Sealang?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
But you're not a local, are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
That's right. I did know that. It's a very good first meal of the day is my breakfast. You're right. I think there are some places in the U.S. in the South where they call lunch dinner and dinner supper. Apricots are delicious.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws.
Okay.
Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Seaguy.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
+1 for the humanitarian aid, -1 for the poor underprivileged grandma. Used to eat dinner at what? 1:30 p.m. I guess she called it lunch. Unless she went to bed super early. There's no way to get down here. Oh yeah, that's early. I say as it's 5 a.m. now for me. Scribbled between the thighs of a page 3 girl, the origin. I can read that. Did it have anything to do where like the sun disappears for 8 months out of the year or something? Is that where you're from, Islis? Or is that more Sweden? Oh, ran a farm, then yeah, that's early morning work right there. I thought in Nordic countries that you don't get any sunlight for like 2 months or something. Can I go back in here and try this again?
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been
Can I break this window, like with a crowbar? Pry it open?
A lorry stuck. The windows are clear. They've been the back.
Racist net.
Late November to mid-January, there's no sunlight, man. I can't even imagine that, you know? Never had that happen. It does not get dark. Well. Ooh, money. Jeez. I can't even, you know, it's just not a concept yeah, it's just crazy. Does she have anything more to say?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
You don't notice this about me, but actually I have lost all memory of the world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Surely things can't be that bad.
You sense that she won't judge you, no matter what you say.
Things aren't bad, they're catastrophic.
You know where we are, right?
We're dead, haunting each other, we're ghosts. We're in Revachol.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
Honestly, I don't really know anything about Revachol.
Oh my. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally. Everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Yeah, don't some people have like vitamin D deficiencies, have to take supplements? You figured out what a cryptozoologist is? I mean, I think she explained that it's like a insect, a scientist. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51 and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better
milk.
days ahead.
She looks flustered, her hands smoothing out the creases in her blanket, even as she attempts to reassure you. The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning
Can't
to
really rub my
suspect
chin
that you
anymore.
might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind, we're in this now. Outside, spring rain seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets, and into grated storm drains, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first maybells blossom.
Oh, the search for study of animals whose existence or survival is disputed or unsubstantiated, such as the Loch Ness Monster and the Yeti.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe?
No, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control under an alliance of foreign powers called the
Excuse
Coalition.
me, guys, sorry.
We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
They're awake when it's... Well, then how do they survive in those summer months? Are they just awake 24 hours a day? There's no government. How come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Oh.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters.
You can tell me more.
Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer.
Come on, Kim.
Of course. Then, I don't know, someone rich maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
The rich guy.
But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while.
That's all for now, man. Wonder if that we can go talk to the rich guy about that now. I wonder if there's like an optimal build in this game. I think I've got a pretty good like general build going on. Ooh, people. You want to take a trip with me? We start a new stream goal. Journey to Antarctica. Did I ever look at this?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Your muscle memory dial a random number.
Your fingers run
Yeah.
over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Yeah. I bet that's true.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Intellect and physique. Well, good thing most of my points are in psyche.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy. How may I help you?
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy.
Yeah, but why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harry Dubois. Do you have anything in my name?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia.
Yes, I have. Unless you're talking about, are you talking about you're not talking about the original Super Mario one that was just beaten, right?
No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
On the corner of Voyager and Maine, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
Really? I don't think I've seen that one. I know they do that. Have you ever seen like Pokemon Blue? Pokemon Blue and Symphony of the Night, both of those ones are done in a similar way. It's been broken to that level. Yeah, I feel sad about Video Revachol 24
That's
hours.
enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
What was all this
It.
shit? Or all shit. We're done. Hang up the phone. I got that song stuck in my head now. How quick is it? Let's see. I can pull this up. We in there.
Alright, gotta do this as fast as I can. Ooh, I almost just broke that shell. That's real close, actually.
So he gets Yoshi stuck, kills a couple shells in a specific spot.
Come on. Yeah, this is the part I use Yoshi for. This is the new strats. One more pixel. There we go. Whoops. Let's actually maybe do this from the right spot. The timing's gonna be close. I should be ahead of Jeff.
Follow the fireball, kill the coin.
Oh, I did it! That's world record. There we go. Man, that was on my, what, like 7th run of the day or something? There we go. That's the world record. Oh, let's actually hit the time, but yeah, I need...
That's insane. Yeah, then it just plays the end credits. That's that's ridiculous.
The door seems to be locked. Conclusively.
Oh, the door is locked conclusively. Oh no. I don't think he has anything else to say. I don't think Everard does either.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old... No trouble at all, mister.
No trouble at all, mister. Container. Yeah, that's the same thing that happens in Pokemon Blue and Castlevania, because it's like breaking the menu system and then reorganizing items.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Okay, so I guess my last option is to like I guess I don't have to do this, but I'm considering opening that door you asked me to open.
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key.
And just like that, it's happening. The roller coaster is moving. Too late to take it back now.
And I can just not open
Just
the door.
open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss?
Okay. Well. Not a weasel. Oh, Harry. Oh, that's what the red checks means. White checks can still be retried. Go back and retry the loading bin one. And we only have 50 in-game minutes before we can go back into the apartment or check if that guy's home. Boop bop ba boop ba bop ba doop boop bop ba doop 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 ba doop bop. Bankruptcy sequence. Finger pistols. I can research finger pistols for an hour.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Open, you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks.
I just got an achievement called the world's most laughable centrist. Defend the political center 7 times.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in, this jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
As being the sorriest cop. I only have 2 achievements. I have really get Kim to trust you. So goodest of the good cops and the world's most laughable centrist are the only 2 that I have. Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person? Will he be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Lee, why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Share?
Aye.
So wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
Okay, how large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Boss man, Everard, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
Desks seem pretty lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative.
It's my prerogative.
It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
Okay.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Okay.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Well, shouldn't take what's not yours.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
You have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Doesn't sound that cool. Sounds antiquated, obsolete, passé. It's not disco.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
You know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
There's only one law, friend, and that's me. I am the law. Let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
Alright, gotta run. Gotta blast. I didn't know that. Well, actually, the door is over here. Yeah, there's lots of people just walking around that don't trust the government here. To a bucket. There's a hole in the bucket, Eliza. This one?
The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad.
Oh. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because, unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
In here. Kim just got crushed.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside there.
How do I get... Oh, I can go in through here. The land of the free and the home of the brave. But yes, the country is very large and diverse, and not many people, and everyone's had different experiences. Magnesium magnesium supplement. Poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Replate with traces of yellow bone
Be
powder.
still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Look, it's an X on a pig's head. Geared pig's head, it looks mummified. What's this? Taking Kuno's money. Go down there. Or when we would come into this place. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. This doorway's gonna collapse soon. Postcard. Monet. Every time I see Real, I cannot stop thinking about that Fortnite song. You know? #1 Victory Royale. More money. There's +1 health. That's true. Maybe you need more violent people in Norway. Yeah, that's the one. Is there... Is this all there is out here? Go this way? Kim seems so excited about another way into the harbor, and I'm not seeing anything else. Feeling like I'm missing something. ESP, did you see that SNL skit where they're playing like the "Why won't you get the vaccine" Jeopardy, and they she's like, the doctor's like, "Why won't you trust the government and get the vaccine?" And she's like, "Tuskegee," and it's like, "Well, okay, you're right on that one, but the vaccine is different." Get a chug line. Well, we try to keep it video game related for the sounds. I think we should do the let's do a line from this game. But you know, that is also game related. Okay, so did I miss anything up here? From the necktie. I go up here. Oh, I totally can. I was missing. No, I've been up here. Shoot. I didn't go up the boxes. That's what I didn't do. Or did I? Oh, he better. He better have a college fund. Or a sweet new race car or something. Alright, I feel like there's truly nothing else up here. Ah, gotcha. If I didn't spin kick, if I didn't spin kick Musclehead or Measurehead. I gotta go around this way. Yeah.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
Lieutenant, what's your opinion of this task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
You don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it.
Yeah, but why would he send both of us to just unlock this door? Why not send any other member of the union if that's all we're doing is unlocking the door?
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Everard? That's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
Yeah, but let's lie to Everett. No. All right, you have fun, dude. Have a good day at work. Be safe. And have a good one. Oh, and I'm sorry, I don't think I responded to that, Fuzzy, but I did see that. So you'd have a skill check to get up on the railing. That's interesting. There's probably a million other forks in the path that I haven't, that I don't know about. Okay. My favorite kitchen utensil? Where's that coming from? Just a random question? Is that something on a loading screen? Oh, fork. Mine's the opposite of a spork, a fapoon. It's got the rounded bit at the end and then the spikes on the bottom.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I could have done this guy's voice.
Are you shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry.
Failed to hide your panic, took the key from Mañana. Challenging drama role. This red check cannot be retried, but I'm still researching. I would try it, but I'm absolutely going to fail that. I need to get back to you.
Harry, you don't need to get back to me. You need to open the door. Very simple, really.
Okay, how much left do I have on researching this thing? If I stop it, do I lose all my progress? Or can I, continue? Can I, try this roll and continue? Only 45 minutes remain. And it's at 69%. Pretty nice. Or I can just open the door. And he's forcing me into his task. I don't like it. Also, in 30 minutes we can go back to the apartments. Do I get anything from these postcards? Can I sell all these postcards? Maybe I could just go do that for a sec. And then see where the, where interviewing that balcony witness gets me. Get down there.
This is the night what?
Watchman's booth, already been there. I didn't see an option to go like under there. Am I gonna go back and try that? Deedle-dee-doo, deedle-dee-doo. First, let's go try this check down here.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid
8%,
for them.
boom!
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection against the sun. Not like those cheap plastic shades.
Kim, are firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem.
+1
Let's
perception.
get you some real shades.
Where would the visor go? Over my hat? +1 perception? Take the glasses off to try that roll with Everart. Ooh, my perception's 4. Can't go down there, I guess. Can't go around. Alright, let's go back. See if... I mean, I'm just gonna double check that roof path, because that's the only way I can think of to get over there. How about this? Any better at this
Just
wall?
an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, but +2 and +2, but my conceptualization is still low from what? Oh, is it my gear? Oh, and I can put that on to try the roll. Conceptualization.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, it's still a 3%, very low. We roll those threes, roll them, boom.
Yeah. Why?
Shoot.
It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Oh, 18. Huh?
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Okay. Cool. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Oh, we've been in here. Is the in-game clock real time?
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect it closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is it upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
And why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
You see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measured approach. Also, you're really smart.
Easy. The clock moves in dialogue only. I hadn't realized that. Plentiful in Russia. I would not have guessed that. What's this? Blue naval coat. Capeside Apartments. Rue de Saint Ghislaine. Right. I understand. I understood what you're saying. Me personally, in real life, if you ask me to name like what animals are plentiful in Russia, I wouldn't have thought deer. I don't know what I would have thought. What was that? Oh, it's the save sound. Yeah, see, shoot, I can't get over there. I don't know how. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Well, shucks. Let's go back to Everard and see with our new clothes if we can get a little better odds on that drama roll. Did I talk to that lady? Yeah, that's right. No. Considered a civilian. Do. It is, but there's a difference between sworn employees and, like sworn to uphold the law and stuff. It's a different classification with different legal authority. You're welcome. Boom, 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 boom. And you're right, it only does move forward during conversations. I mean, you can sit AFK in a conversation and it'll keep
Mr.
going.
Dubois, a pleasure as always. Are you shitting me, Harry? Did you not really open the door and are now just telling me you did? You're a wild one, Harry.
Good. Now take it a bit further. Take it home.
And not only did I open it, I went inside too. It was a real weasel's den, Everard.
I bet it was, Harry. But seriously, what did you see in his apartment?
A guy who has antagonized the Union in a Union-run town. Maybe it's political.
Fascist insignia everywhere. Memorabilia calling for the return of the Golden Age.
That's exactly what I thought, Harry. What a weasel. And for the record, I was only curious, not testing you.
He was testing you. You succeeded.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Harry. You have shown me that the Barders Union and the Citizens Militia can indeed work together.
Sure
now,
can.
Let's cut down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Oh. The only reason I'm scared to play Darkest Dungeon is that I'm gonna have to stop every 5 minutes to capture new sound clips. Based on the music and everything Terry had showed me, and the clips you guys showed me.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container? Wouldn't that knock everything over?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be.
I don't think old
they
is the
lift
problem.
my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Oh, he's ignoring the lieutenant. Don't ignore the LT like that.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
And the whole neighborhood's in on it? Well, I guess with all the Hardy boys, it'd have to be.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties
He's just
don't
gonna tell me
involve
about the
manual
Hardy Boys.
labor,
I already
but
know about it.
peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
I think we're looking for, was it the 6th Hardy Boy?
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Okay.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Alright. There's a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
And drama.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Well, we already know about Titus and his lawyer girl. How do you know they were hired, the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Okay.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
Okay.
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
Strange indeed. Let's learn more about the lawyer.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Let's see if he has anything additional to say about Titus.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Yeah. Well, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course,
Did I check that?
It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Wonder how much authority I get.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
I just don't like this guy at all. I'm not taking his money. Why don't you help me with the Hardy
Oh,
Boys?
I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Oh yes, Terry, thank you. Will you link that to me on Discord or private message or something, just so I don't forget? By the way, I did pick up thank you very much. I did pick up I've got Mass Effect Legendary Edition all ready to go. And how's it going, Dapper?
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet? Well, I mean, I did lie to your face and not take your money. How are you supposed to trust me?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Oh, glad to hear that, Dapper. And that's no worries, Terry. Thank you so much for that. That's supposed to mean I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? Neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. I feel like one of these he's gonna like, and I think it's number 4. I think he would like that. Unless he just wants me to outright tell him I'm a man of the left. But I do what my heart tells me.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
I'm just gonna lie to you again. It's a good game, Dapper. What do you think of this game?
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What'll happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth center, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Alright.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here, you need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal.
Okay.
I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
We're almost there, too.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
Right. Right on. Making progress, making progress. It's now just about 2100. We can go see if that guy is home. Smoker on the roof. Then we can come back to the hotel, sleep. And it's Wednesday morning and we can open up the canal. We're chugging quite along. Did I say chugging quite along? I meant chugging right along. Drugs raise learning caps. I didn't realize they'd raise learning caps. Unions are a scam. Right to work. Right to work.
Right to work. Right to work.
Alright, actually on our way there we can talk to Titus. Old T-Bone himself. Actually, do I need to put on my clothes again? -1 drama. +1 drama.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
12 to 40 month? He said deal with 6 months of noise. What do you think of this, Kim?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Let's try to find a loophole in this deal.
There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
I'm no property lawyer.
Oops. Let's go back. What was that roll? Pop those back on. +1 conceptualization. I'll leave this nice mesh tank top on.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Oops. I put that back.
It's just a racist mug.
Oh.
You take the legal documents
58?
out of the...
Yes.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Okay, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
Okay.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Jeez.
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center.
There's no way he wasn't going to try to snatch up that land.
This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say.
Right. We're in. Let's go talk to T-Bone. Actually, we can talk to him on our way back. Let's go back to the apartment with the smoker since it's already 2100. We don't want to miss him in case he goes, for some reason, he goes to bed really fast. Titus will still probably be drinking it up in there. And if not, he'll have breakfast there in the morning, so no big deal on either side. Ooh, have I looked in this? Got that money. Squeak, 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 squeak. And I believe it was apartment number 8. This door should take us right to the close to the balcony. If I'm remembering correctly. Boom, 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 boom. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. Near distant traffic. Night is falling on the city.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
28.
No one answered.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Oh. I guess he meant tomorrow at 9 p.m., not tonight at 9 p.m. Well, that's a bummer. Sometime after 21. Okay, so it just says sometime after 2100. Okay. Oh, next day it is then. I guess I could have gone this day if I had talked to the smoker day 1. That's where I missed out. But no big deal. Back to the bar, or the whirling. This is not quite a bar. It's kind of it's a cafeteria and hotel kind of thing. Nice pier, roundabout north. Oh, okay. Alright, Titus is back, so let's talk to him.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I can still try a godly authority roll. I think I have to try it. Let's hang on.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
The white check, you may retry it. 17%. Did we just get it right off the ground?
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
First you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit. Stomp your feet.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
I guess we're both the law around here. How about you're not the law? I am the law.
For God's sake, stop shouting! Stop crashing into people in my establishment! Stop provoking those oafs! They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat.
We do it like Pulp Fiction. Shut the fuck up, fat man. This don't concern you.
What is your...
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
We are deep in forest territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
Okay.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Everyone can see you picked wrong options.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
We'll accept our bad options then. Right, Everett promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Why don't you push me some more and find out, gimp?
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
+2, Everett has to cooperate. 42%. We roll that bad boy again.
This time it's going to work.
Gosh.
You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
And then Lieutenant Kim, I need your gun.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea.
Everybody calm down. This is only a demonstration. Give the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job.
Police job? Be careful. It's loaded.
He unholsters and gives you his firearm. It feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a funny toy.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
Put the barrel... Hold on. Put the barrel in your mouth.
What are you doing?
The short, cold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron and hell.
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
I'm going to kill myself now, you fucking whore. Pull the trigger.
Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official, reportedly from the 41st precinct, shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised, Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place, commented he was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
Well, you know what? I sure showed him, didn't I? Alright, do I have anything that boosts my authority? Suggestion, physical instrument. I think my... I'm not losing authority on anything, am I? No. Unfortunately, I don't see it way around this without just re-rolling the roll.
But the clowns are still here.
It's still...
Oh.
And what's gonna... You gonna let him...
The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you.
And then I
Don't
can...
wear it out.
Just commit a skill point to it. Throw the 58.
Establish authority. Yes.
Stop shitting the law.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's the...
I'm the law. I'm just gonna accept a heart attack and try again, unfortunately.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now.
I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM.
Use the bathroom real quick while this plays out. I'll be right back.
He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
Okay.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
This will come back. We'll still do +2 for Everard. Shut up, give.
The old man sent.
We'll try the authority roll, and then if we don't get
That's
it,
the
we
reason
commit
I'm
the
being
skill
so
point.
forthcoming with you.
Establish authority, yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong.
Kuno's done a lot wrong.
All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
I haven't said anything racist. Here, get my
Of course you have. You've been calling people Kip left and right, inciting race violence in my town.
Callie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the Kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit.
There's no race rally.
Sure there is. Callie said they're bulk purchasing confetti, ribbons too, and loudspeakers, and fireworks.
Get the fuck out of here, you racist carny. There'll be no race rally in my town.
What happened? We got absolutely wiped. Let's go before it gets worse.
What's going on? Are you racist now? Is the rally real? Please don't set up any rally. It'll make you look awful.
All right. Go. Let's commit the skill point. Try the roll again. Authority.
Looks like the circus left town,
Circus left
but the
town.
clowns are still here.
Need to make this man respect my authority. That's right.
As you look
Okay,
around
finally,
this room
jeez.
full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but, I mean, who am I to judge? Wanna hit the kebab joint?
The kebabs. I want a kebab. Never had one. get it, Titus. You really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be... You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Let's see. No, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
I want to capture the way he said, Monica's titties.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Picks the
Don't
beer
let him
back
do
up.
that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Let's see. It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect.
He'll try and... Okay, thank you, Terry. I was like, I gotta write it down to capture it.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on
Glacia.
you.
I'm on
She's staying here at the Whirling.
Oh, that's the chick upstairs.
A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have.
Oh shit, I chose that option?
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Look at all these minuses. Said you don't remember being a cop. Said you don't remember reality. Said I want to have fuck with you. Said you're a superstar cop. I said all that shit to her. Shoot. My 5 composure is just going out the window. Oh, but I broke through actually for Detective Cousteau. Right? Breakthrough imminent. Does that mean I can try the red check? Oh shoot, I don't know. I think I can. I think we roll that 8%. We just take those dice and we chuck them. Everybody blowing the dice for good luck. And we throw it.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming.
Oh,
on your
so
brow
close too.
As Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax.
Okay.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So, the rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Need another
beer. Here you go, boss.
What was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her.
He didn't know her
That's
before
their
that?
relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Well, what's your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
Did you party? Cool, that's cool, but what'd you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Alright, we'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Alright. Wonder if she's gone to bed now. I'm gonna have to wait till the morning.
Detective Cousteau.
Cousteau.
Monsieur Cousteau, the reward for coming up with your classy new name has arrived. What are the attributes Detective Cousteau should gain in? Obviously, savoir-faire and esprit de corps. You know exactly what they do and what those words mean. They're refined, like you. You have a ton of that fancy stuff. And if the world can't accept Raphael Ambrosius is your name, you will always be Detective Cousteau to yourself. R.A. Cousteau. Sophisticated culture detective. Specializes in ancient things and art.
Yep, this one sounds fancy. Let's have this. Yep, fancy. Let's have this one too. Got it. Nice. Am I out of... Oh, I'm out of skill points. Dang. Yeah, let's see how that turned out.
Monica's TTs.
Perfect. That's probably going to be Joffrey's new favorite.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when he mentioned her name?
Yes.
And the sort of quivering jello thing with the eye?
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
Tried to hit on her.
Understood.
What? She said I'm going to have to interrogate her later and it's going to suck for me.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up.
It should have. Anything else?
He knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
And I didn't rape her.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
No.
Then, don't ever say that again. What else?
Let's move on.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance.
Thanks.
It's going to be alright.
You can? See, is she in here?
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
It's a good idea. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she has an extended stay. Piles of dirty clothes. A woman's. The room has sand all over it. Reminds you of your own. Okay. The yard below, the corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Check the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Quite a collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search the pill
Among
sheets.
some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is
It's
going
like a
to
skip
take
in the
a
audio
little
there.
know-how.
It's 72%. Is there anything more interesting here?
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
What's so exciting about this?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Yeah, we gotta stay sober.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with
Search the
drug pill
bottles.
bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
Is that like Narcan?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Exactly what it's like.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Obscure overdoses. Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Okay. Where's the cabinet? What's we got? Here's some music jamming. Oh, we can't hear the music as we go upstairs? There's someone watching you behind the door. Or behind the glass door, a woman. Bed's been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures.
Wonder if she's the one who killed the mercenary.
Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
The one I smashed in my room?
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Oh, that's a good sound. I should just add, stop distracting him. Be a good one. Yeah, dude, grab that one for me. Do-do-do-do-do. Smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Cold coffee in an ashtray. It looks like a hedgehog. Like a handful of dried white flowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Move your hand fast. Hit it.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
I want to snap finger pistols so bad. But I feel like I've already screwed up all of my interactions with her that I don't want to screw this one up. I feel like it's going to give me a -1 later somewhere in the rules. Oh, we go with our heart. We're going to snap some finger pistols. Oh no, I finger pistoled her.
Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols make 2 satisfying snaps. Strange for such a small caliber of finger pistol to sound so chunky. The flower in your other hand is impressed. So is she.
She's impressed.
That's not actually true. She's looking toward the yard and doesn't notice them, which is probably for the best. Because, didn't someone mention she's a rape victim?
Phew. The
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What's this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Is it a coincidence it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Does blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried. Preserved.
Yeah, is that... Ooh. Am I calling it right now? Did the mercenary rape her here? That falls off his uniform. She lures him back, kills him. Gang gets rid of him. Is that how this went down? It's, I'm guessing. Who pinned them?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Got the consumption.
A big political and military conflict. Ask around or buy a book.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
Blow on your fingers.
Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamro, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals, then sprinkle them in the stream like white salt. Wait, have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza? You should ask him about the flowers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I got another achievement. It says... Hyperstellar law officials say 7 deranged superstar lines.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. He's kind of a big deal around here.
Martinez is very lucky. Only 1 in 1,000 cops wakes up as the superstar cop.
Wow. What brings the Phoenix back to me?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What is this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's sambo?
A martial art, sir. Is that it?
Samurai boxing, or sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Yeah, why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Any admirers, miss? Oh, that's wrong to say to a rape victim. Say nothing.
She watches you pocket the petals, then closes her eyes as she breathes in the cigarette fumes.
You tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's 10 at night.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's evening, miss.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The sun sets in the sea. Long shadows pass over the plaza below. Sets in the sea. I mean, it's 10 at night. It's not setting.
It is evening. Time flies, man.
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Okay.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Though she was not raped. Did Titus just kill him out of jealousy? What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What kind of partying? Point to your bloated face, the kind I do.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I didn't know that was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Must have been very hard for you, seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
Let's say nothing. Let's Kim take the lead on that.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
It's awesome.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
And if it's snitching, why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Yeah.
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What'd they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Well, what can you tell about him? Tell me about him. Name, eyes, age.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
How do you see him?
You don't want to know.
I see him as me.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
In my dream, he thinks, he said, I failed his children. You glance at the lieutenant, then back to her.
Oh, sure. Let me take a look. Oh, this.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Stop distracting him! Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Stop distracting him!
Oh, I think I'm laughing a little bit there at the beginning, but those are still really good. Perfect. Thank you very much for those. How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
Yeah. Shoot. Oh, well, I was laughing. I didn't know the line was coming.
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
You party? She already told us that.
Yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work.
Interesting.
I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Are you sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
But I don't.
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
That's all I need to hear. But Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
Warming them.
Yep, she's right on the coffee cup warming them. Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
They shot him too? Needed to redo that line.
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Thank you for telling us all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion? Wait a moment.
Add something else. Before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
What's your name, miss? For the record.
Clausier Amandou.
We take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausier Amandou. It's a weird name.
Okay then.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer.
What?
His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
You're a cop?
No, no. More stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about? Study of orange literature.
Fear of failure, fear of death.
All mind
how it
game
sucks
reviews.
To be Oranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Hey, what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Rani's lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Ranier 37.
It's the world's most tired smile.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Vredefort.
A bad memory, officer.
Of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
All right, well, thank you.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
What are you doing here, whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
And why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
Well, that window is new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Oh, this is still the same conversation with the woman.
He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Got quite the collection of prescription drugs down there, or that they hate to say it, but you got sad all over the place.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Yeah. Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
Something is bad in him. In my head, it's in the past.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past.
It's a feeling, white and filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's
Sounds
everywhere.
like an advanced form of what I've got, with a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Probably, yeah.
Love is terror.
Wow. A lot of prescription drugs down
Thank
there.
you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How'd you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Yep.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
As far as
funky.
that goes.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Volition, 8%.
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise.
Oh man, barely missed that one.
You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
What's happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible.
Hurt your eyes.
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something, like what you were doing before you blacked out.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that.
Yeah, I do.
What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Hey, well, when Kim goes to bed, I'm coming right back out.
Say something professional.
Let's return to this later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking
shit.
coffee, most likely.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us
what
all
else
that?
could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Thumbs off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
So late, though. I kind of want it to be the next day so I can...
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where's this lead to?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
You think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Physical instrument heroic. Kick the door in. Boom. Oh, it's gonna damage my morale. Ow.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside.
I know, right? Toe first at the bottom of the door.
The door has withstood your demolishing attempt. There must be another way in.
Below, in the union box, was there something behind the window? In the hawthorn branches, brushing against the glass?
What?
No one knows. It is a fleeting feeling.
Below in the union box. Behind the window.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Okay.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
I can research anti-object task force. That'll probably give me a much better way to break stuff down. Boom, 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 boom. Should we talk to Titus and crew in the morning? Can we just go to bed now? See you in the morning. Someone type exclamation point morning. Or morning.
See you in the morning.
There you go. Alright, now can we talk to this chick about what happened? She's still out here? Shoot. Fudge a judge. Does she just disappear entirely? Like she's not... Yeah, she leaves at 2300, seems exactly. Flip. Yeah, the smoker, I already went back and tried to talk to him after 2100, but it told me, or Lieutenant Kitsuragi told me I needed to wait to the next day. Because I first talked to him at like, you know, I talked to him early in this day too. Making me wait till the following day.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No. You have to stay always half aware of yourself.
I thought that coughing and sound was like coming from like right here. Like I thought I was like, what the? There's somebody in here?
You're not cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
Oh no.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, Cells, it's all me, it's my fault.
You're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments? You're just stuck here, in the half-world. could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Oops, let's rock and roll. Let's go, Hair Bear. I sneak out without the LT. Can I go talk to that chick? $7:30. Or maybe Kitsuragi's already downstairs. Hey, baby.
Hello, officer. What
Now that-
brings you up here again?
Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
It was one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
Elysium? Is that how it's supposed to be said? Instead of Elysium?
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Cool. Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
Mention loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we go on all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Signs.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, Do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes, it was very cool.
Perfect. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
UK says Elysium and US says Elysium. Okay, well, US right here, so that's just the way I was reading it. All right. Is there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Well, thank you. Okay.
No problem, sir.
All right. Thanks, lady. Miss Orania. Shoot, I don't have enough money for my room tonight. Can I sneak into Kim's room? No? Okay. Kim seems to have a small room. As compared to these ones. Guten Morgen. Who are these fine folks?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Horse-faced woman? That's a terrible description.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Everything all right? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Who's this guy? Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
That's my boss. I recognize that art.
Okay.
What are you, the police, doing
I'm
here?
just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are...
A horse-faced woman. Oh no. Policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two, is making her uncomfortable.
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Alright, goodbye. That's totally my captain and somebody else that was chatting in the background. Alright. Let's go talk to the T-Mos. Old Teddy Westside here.
The clowns are still hanging around.
You need to get
What
off the
is it
clowns,
now?
buddy. That clown line is not working for you. Claudia says she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
I mean, how else am I going to collect bottles and bust open containers?
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
Except I do.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know.
All these
a
guys.
crazy bitch.
Jerk-offs.
You know the type. She's fucked up.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
No one cares.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
I should duck.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Oh. I wonder if I could have dodged it with a reaction speed, but not only was I gonna dodge it, I authority'd him down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
Yeah.
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit.
Jerkwad.
Then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
I twitch.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
Where'd you get it?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
You bugged them, how?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Advanced stuff on tape.
Understood?
Oops.
You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
You're right. There's also a third one, which is like a sad smoking artist guy, but that's more rare. All right, let's get
Don't
back to the
forget your tape,
investigation.
lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Let's take off. The branches behind the Hardy Boys. Ooh, is it this thing? Hawthorn bushes outside. Fuzzy, you're like my own personal shivers in the stream. Oh, thought I had to go out and around to the bushes. Yeah, Terry, that's part of it. I know, actually, I'll just show you real quick how this stuff is, what this stuff is based on. So at the beginning of the game, you get to pick a certain level of skills, and then you get to pick a main skill, like a primary skill. And, but then you know, you can't possibly pick everything, so you raise your intellect, psyche, physique, or motorics, and then all of these have different effects at various points in the game. In my estimation, there's been a pretty good spread of all of this stuff used at various points. So like intellect is raw knowledge, psyche is like connected to feelings or like the spiritual, physique is physical stuff, and motorics is reflexes and things like that. And they all describe them in cool ways. So where's Shivers at? Right here. Shivers come when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. It enables you to hear the city itself. To truly belong to the streets, it is a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time, scenes across the city happen in front of you. But who is speaking to you? At high levels, Shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to the city, you don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With a low Shivers, though you will seldom hear the city speaking to you, and if you cannot hear it, how will you ever save it? Right, Terry. I went with a fairly balanced skill set, but I'm definitely strong in the psyche. And I liked the idea of this inland empire. It's all about gut feelings and stuff, so... Alright, yeah, you're right, it's lit up green to interact.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
+1 for inland, said Golden Soundstairs. Mysterious door seen. You've been here for a long time. Icosahedral dice set sirens. Oh, we got a perception sight 458.
Nothing.
Shit.
Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
Okay. We're leveling up our perception. And yes, you can save scum the whole thing. I'm trying my best not to. There are a couple rolls I feel like I had to, but I'm just trying to play the game mechanics doing that. So let me level up one. Give it another shot.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
And we throw it again at 72. Can't miss, right?
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Let's hit a key in the bush.
Huh?
Let me slide by so I can grab that thing.
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
All these
With
weirdos.
a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Love it.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched to its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Workshop spare.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Hell yeah.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Hell yeah, dude. I wonder what doors does it open.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop
That was my first
spare.
thought, Kim.
Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Right.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple.
Try it.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Let's go, Cabe. Money. Big bad Kim Kitsuragi. We're in. This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. This pinball is white Deora. The black glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note. NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. 5 real? I can almost afford another night here.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Let's look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Let's go, Kim.
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
His last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
88. This elevator was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Let's do it. Jump in and go up. It's hypnotizing. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago.
Huh.
Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Used to be a pinball workshop?
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hardest bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
It would. Should we
It's
spare
not a
him?
ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Yeah, that seems good. I think he might need to perform some counterspells on that. There's a tiny hole in a wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Oh, look, this is where we tried to kick the door.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Clausia's bedroom from here. Oh, there are footsteps. They saw it.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left the pattern uniform, horizontal lines.
Print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Doesn't look like the worker boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week, too. You know, officer.
Yeah, go ahead, Terry. And yeah, this is Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi.
This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
What does it mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Clausia's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's move on then. +1 empathy and +1 hand-eye coordination. What? Look at that thing. Instead of +1 of spirit decor and +1 shivers. Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Empathy. It might be a good look. Ooh. Hell yeah, with that black mesh tank top under there. Boom. We pay for our room now. That is disco. Is it really lieutenant in other countries, Terry? I thought that was a bullshit made up word or something that was some weird rank in the UK army.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Deora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
I didn't know that at all, Terry. I thought lieutenant was just an obscure rank in... That's so funny. I had no idea. We fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
What's white Deora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Red check, 58%. Encyclopedia, Kim Kitsuragi.
It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Zeolite. His people are incredibly dexterous, and they all love pinball. Matter of fact.
Say Lou. Yeah. I've seen that in movies and TV. Hey, didn't you guys like invent pinball?
Guys?
Stop.
No matter, this is a failure. I'm failing and I'm going to stop.
Okay. I don't like pinball because I had to learn to play it for an undercover job at a pinball ring. And it's a lame, boring, and unchallenging game. There. We can move on now.
Okay.
Super. Tip top. This went pretty well, all things considered.
Sure.
Master Investigator. You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy. The world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Okay. The Jamrock Shuffle. Oh, it's... Oh wait, we gotta talk to this guy. Kimball! That's great.
Can I help you?
Okay. Only use B. You know more about it than I do, Terry. That's a good theory.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room right next to Clausia's bedroom. I think it's used for looking in on guests.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day.
It's only
now
8 in the morning.
A hole in the wall. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment?
I'm not going to tell him about Clausia. What if I told you in the back room behind the blue... I got into the back room behind the blue steel door.
Okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back.
I think so, Fuzzy.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
I think I'm going to go for about I think I can do it in about another 20-30 minutes is what I'm going to do.
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why, do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
If you're going to sell on those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. C-suite shit. I'm a disruptor.
Those machines are Whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here.
Oh.
Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
It's true. I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the Whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Well, the Whirling's listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. Tried to call and couldn't reach you. The doomed commercial area is a side quest that the one of the neighboring businesses asks you to look into. There's a really superstitious old woman who runs the bookstore and thinks the whole place is cursed. And based on your choices, you're you're being led down to this path that's either fake or because I have all these points in psyche, like I keep like building it up and making it a bigger deal. Like making it a real thing. So it's like ambiguous as to whether or not it's a real thing or not. But I'm going to treat it as real and tell him about it.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed. Though, perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tile work?
That's right, Terry.
High ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
Really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Well, you shouldn't be so worried about that label, you know.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Who owns the place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
And who named it Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
Reminds me of the folk soul in Oblivion. I know that's like a Navy term, but that's where I first heard the word, was Oblivion.
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
The folk soul. Here. Oh yeah. I just copy and paste it. Comes from this. What about the other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the Whirling.
Well, good luck to you with this place then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help. So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Yes. Here's my
Got
bill
the
for
20
tonight.
real.
Here you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. It's more like Fortnite is #1 victory royale. All right. Maybe we can lower the gate. Yes, it is fun. That's a perfect way to put it. It's super fun to say, but man, it's a terrible, like, just slaughtering of a word in text.
Officer! Ah. God damn it. Pull yourself together, René. What do you want?
Anything you can tell me about the rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement there.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Do Maybells mean anything to you?
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls bought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Did they bring you good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
You stirred up some bad memories there.
Whoops.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
Thank you for your time. Let's go open flood control section. These guys standing around. Over there.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
Pull the lever. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then
the water lock starts moving.
We're in.
All right, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks. And if you wanted to forge that document for Evrard, now you can.
Yeah, let's forge that document.
You stare at the great door gunner Megamix. If only you had a boombox, you would be able to play Titus's tape. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, the dead speak. Respect the tape.
Okay. I think I know where one of those is, maybe. The letter.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period. And
Minus 10. Everett's people could be watching you here. Not do that. Radio hums with electricity. Okay, what about over here?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
It's not out in the open easy either. It's in this bricks. Entry. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Magnesium. this? Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies. +1 empathy, -1 logic. My empathy's already 6. And what else? Visual calculus. My logic would go down. I feel like I'm using logic. I'm gonna keep these sunglasses on. There's Real up there. Remember to grab that when I come back. Decades old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Creaking ahead. Broken axle grinding. Banged up fuel canister. Green bottle of booze on the ice.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
Wait a minute. This better not be my car.
It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks.
Carriage in the sea? Where did this come from?
My guess is it started its journey from the plaza, where it backed through the fence.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Is this mine, though?
Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
What's the make of this MC? Can I see the logo?
The logo is too deep in murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Tune 58%.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So was your dad also, pointing to your eyes? Hydra's taking its sweet time.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. but I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
I've been thinking. If I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. And I wouldn't even need a gun.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
My precinct, because this is my car.
About the driver of this vehicle.
I hate guessing. Oh God, no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea?
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across a canal.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
I found the traffic hooligan. It was me all along. The one you least suspect. Footprints in the snow, they lead away from the accident. Oh, I can track my footprints away from it. I got my badge and my jacket. No, yeah. Gonna get myself a hoagie. It's like getting a Subway, a sub sandwich. Subway sandwich, submarina sandwich.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Hey, is my rank lieutenant?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What's decomptage?
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
You've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Okay.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
I love this guy.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it. Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads.
Let's look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And why is he winking?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name, is it Harrier Dubois?
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge.
What name is it, Harrier?
It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it.
It's alright.
Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Right, serial number?
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue?
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well.
4 months?
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
I remember that time!
The tie around your neck feels tight suddenly.
That was a good time! We had a good work-drink balance going! What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you...
Put it away. The clothes, so I got my patrol cloak. +1 empathy, +1 hand-eye. Commander's jacket. Visual calculus is weird. Empathy and hand-eye. Hand-eye. 4. And visual calculus. I want my visual calculus slightly better, or my hand-eye. I think probably shore up the weaknesses in my hand-eye coordination.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, don't you mean scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Does look like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose eye sculpture. or a chocolate fountain.
Hey Kim, looks like we had a couple partygoers here.
Looks like it.
Some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Alright, let's follow these footprints, see if we can get where they lead, and then we'll end her there. Side of the boat, recently tarred. We have a new person to talk to there. We have to go around. Liaise, Sin. Lots of new people to talk to. Wedding stone. White curtains. But you know what? Before we get into it, let's I've been live for over 7 hours now, jeez. Went a little later than planned, but that's all good. I'll save here and call her a day. Save that. Alright, folks. Alright, like I said, I will be back tomorrow. We're going to play a little bit more Apex Legends and continue our adventure here in Disco Elysium. Thank you guys very much for hanging out.
See you in the morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for hanging out and watching, and a shout out to Loco Like Luca. Thank you so much for your new follow. You guys take care, and like I said, hope to see you back tomorrow. Have a good one.